At the beginning of The Laws of Human Nature, Robert Greene introduces a harsh but powerful truth. The greatest enemy in our lives is not other people, bad luck, or difficult circumstances. It's our own uncontrolled emotions. He explains that most people believe they are rational, but in reality, their emotions quietly dominate their decisions. Fear, insecurity, ego, jealousy, anger, and the constant need for attention shape the way people think. And after making emotional decisions, the human mind immediately starts creating logical explanations to justify them. According to Greene, this is why so many people repeat the same painful patterns throughout their lives. They fall into toxic relationships again and again, sabotage opportunities, trust the wrong people, or make decisions they later regret. But instead of looking inward, they blame the world, other people, bad timing, or bad luck. The real problem is much deeper. Greene explains that modern humans still carry the emotional wiring of their ancient ancestors. Our technology has evolved, our lifestyles have changed, but human nature itself has not changed very much. Millions of years ago, emotions like fear, aggression, envy, and competition were necessary for survival. And even today, those same instincts still control people in subtle ways. This is why social media, comparison, attention, status, and public validation affect people so deeply. Most people think they are thinking independently, while in reality, they are constantly influenced by emotional reactions and collective moods. Then Greene introduces one of the central ideas of the book. The person who can master their emotions immediately becomes more powerful than the majority of people. Because most humans simply react. They react with anger. They react with insecurity. They react emotionally to criticism, rejection, or pressure without even realizing it. But rationality, according to Greene, is the ability to create distance between emotion and action. The book then moves into the story of Pericles, the legendary leader of Athens, whom Greene presents as an example of emotional control and rational leadership. At the time, Athens was facing extreme tension with Sparta. The city was overwhelmed with fear, panic, pride, and emotional pressure. Most people wanted immediate action and war, but Pericles remained calm. He understood something most people never realize. When emotions control decision-making, people often destroy themselves. Instead of reacting impulsively, Pericles stepped back, observed the situation carefully, and focused on long-term thinking rather than emotional satisfaction. Greene explains that Pericles admired the spirit of Athena, the Greek goddess of wisdom and intelligence. To him, rationality meant seeing reality clearly without allowing emotions to distort perception. Pericles trained himself never to make decisions while angry, emotional, or overwhelmed. Sometimes he would isolate himself for days just to calm his mind before making important choices. Because he understood a powerful truth. People do not see reality as it is. They see reality through the emotions they are feeling. And this is exactly what happens in modern life. When people feel insecure, they become defensive. When they feel jealous, other people's success becomes painful to watch. When they feel angry, they convince themselves they are completely right. But Greene argues that most emotions have deeper roots. Many emotional reactions come from childhood wounds, insecurities, past experiences, or unresolved fears. The problem is that most people never truly understand the real source of their emotions. For example, envy may disguise itself as anger. Fear may disguise itself as arrogance. Insecurity may appear as excessive confidence. The book also explains how the human brain operates through different systems: the instinctive brain, the emotional brain, and the rational brain. And in most situations, emotions move faster than logic. This is why people repeat destructive patterns in relationships, careers, money, and even politics. Greene uses the 2008 financial crisis as an example. Millions of people ignored obvious warning signs because they became emotionally addicted to greed, excitement, and the illusion of easy success. Everyone believed this time is different until everything collapsed. And Greene's point is that this doesn't only happen in economies or governments. It happens in ordinary human lives every single day. People continue making the same mistakes because they refuse to confront the emotional causes behind their decisions. In the end, Greene delivers one of the most important lessons of the chapter. Rationality is not something humans are born with. It is a skill that must be trained and practiced. It means pausing before reacting, observing before judging, and understanding your emotions before allowing them to control your behavior. Because the person who can master their own emotions becomes difficult to manipulate, difficult to provoke, and far more capable of making clear decisions in life. And maybe the most powerful idea in this entire section is this: the greatest form of power is not controlling other people, it is controlling yourself.